After a rather harrowing encounter with some bears, the party made some new friends and learned a little bit more about one of Spectra's associates, specifically a mysterious woman named Meria, who apparently works with artisans. Tali was injured, but was stable enough to drop the new friends back off in town before returning everyone to the ship so the party can continue on their journey to the Belare crucible. Other interesting tidbits may come to light about the history of the ship and its crew. How long does influence last? They may come back.
Let's get them out of here before. Hopefully, when it comes back and sees its dead friends, it'll run away. But yeah, let's get him out of here. She's gonna tap on comms. Hey, it's safe to come out. The bears are gone for now. And she's also gonna just kind of go up and knock on the door. And the door opens, and you see inside there is a male Kesh standing inside, as well as a female dentist, and realize that's who Tali was talking to part of the time. And they just both look so relieved to see you. They look tired, they look kind of dirty, and they both have clipboards in their hands. And they're like, oh, thank you.
Nice weapons.
Oh, these here. They point to where there's some batons sitting on the ground. We were gonna attack with those, but glad you guys came. I don't think we would have done quite as well. Of course we came. A friend of Maria's is a friend of ours. Do you guys need to grab anything, or do you want to get out of here? No, let's get out of here. I've had enough of this shed for a while, and we were just here to do inventory. And they both step out, clipboards in hand, and the Kesh male turns back to lock the door, and the female introduces herself. Thanks again for saving us. My name is Belare. This is Ingal. We both do different artisan work around here. Maria's had us managing her stall as well as ours trade area in the marketplace whenever she's not in town, and I'm guessing we're all walking and talking because we just want to get out of there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Are you two from the village nearby?
Yeah, well, I live more in the town. This is Ingal, but Belare lives in the main marketplace. But yeah, we both lived here for a while. I was actually born here. I've lived on other planets, but this place just feels more like home.
If you both live here, why would you have storage building out in the middle of the forest?
That's not ours. We're just checking on inventory for Meria. She bought this place off of someone. I think she likes it because of the security measures, but she wanted us to check inventory. There's a big marketplace day coming up, so wanted to double check our counts on everything before she decides what we want to sell, and we get to keep a percentage of the money, which adds nicely to the rest of the stuff we do.
So were you able to fix the exterior security?
The only thing that was really wrong with it was the camera was shorting out, and I'm just I'll have some of our friends come out and make sure there's no more infected bears before I come fix that. And Ingal's got a device out, and he's tapping something on it, and it's like, yeah, just letting Meria know we're all right, and that we'll come back to update the security system. Tali responds, yeah, I was actually about to tell her that, but give her an update as well. I'm really glad you guys are okay. How long were you in there? Only for a couple of days. We're starting to get concerned, but I guess it wouldn't have been dire for another day or so, but I'm so glad you came. That room gets really stuffy after a while. But yeah, it does.
What type of artwork do you two do?
I imagine you say this as everyone's loading up on the shuttle, and it's a little more cramped now that there's 2 extra people, but you get the feeling you could probably fit another person in and not be too stuffed up. And Tali turns it on, they start turning around, and Ingal replies, I mostly do more craftsman work, woodworking, furniture making, and Zalara here does more artistic, decorative pieces for the house. We both do woodworking, though. Maria's into a lot of different trade stuff, so she makes friends with craftsmen and people all over. Actually, no, she's not going to text while driving. She's gonna tell when it comes. Spectra, we got him. Everything's alright. We'll meet you back at the town. Do you guys need us to drop you off somewhere? Oh no, dropping us off in the town will be fine. You say you travel with Spectra? We do. Oh, I have a friend who I think is one of her cousins. Not surprising. She does have a lot of them. And it's gonna take about 5 or 10 minutes, and she passes by the ship and starts heading more into the center of town, and she's going to turn to Zalara and ask, is that one parking area still open? Oh, yes, of course it is. I'll drop you guys off there unless there's somewhere else you would like to go. Oh no, that'll work just fine. Thank you again for not making us walk back. Of course we're gonna give you a ride. Tal looks back at the rest of you. All doing alright?
Been better.
She's checking on your health, but she's just bleeding all over the upholstery.
I think you're doing a little worse than the rest of us, but...
I do have one little problem. You are literally falling to pieces. Please. I'll hand her a first aid kit.
No, I'm fine. I've had worse. So we'll probably be going back to the ship after this.
I reach down to the floor, wipe my hand in the blood that she's been dripping everywhere, and say, yeah, you're fine. I'm showing it to her.
You need to let anyone know about those rabid bears?
Ingol's gonna respond, oh yeah, well, the proper people. No, there's people who are better equipped with dealing with it and able to help track and make sure there's no others. Thankfully, that particular strain is not something that spreads, so should only be a couple of bears.
So this whole time, my eyes have been blue, because I've been concentrating on keeping the bear running.
Oh wait, and you're not hiding your face, are you?
I probably did. It's a habit.
Didn't you say you turned it off once we got out of the town?
I probably turned it back on whenever we went to open the doors.
Okay, alright. So they're gonna look at you and be like, oh, what are your names?
I'm Vilena.
Farida.
Nice to meet you both. And you there? Casey, can you hear me?
Missed most of this conversation.
They're just asking what your names are. And you're most of the way to town by now.
I know I introduced myself, but I have no idea what else you said.
They've mostly been talking about the kind of crafts work that they do and the fact that they're going to get some people to go and make sure there's no other rabid bears running around. It's not something that spreads from animal to animal, but they still want to make sure there's not more, because they're dangerous.
There's at least one. Ran away.
That was a neat trick, by the way, Farida. Is that why your eyes are still doing the thing?
Yeah, the bear's still running.
That English can be like, wait, Farida. A lot of people compare you to that one famous singer.
Yes, actually. I get that a surprising amount.
I'd give anything to meet her. She's amazing, and my daughter is obsessed with her.
Nice. That's cool. I kind of like her music, too.
Tali just rolls her eyes at this.
I'm not lying.
She's just like, okay, yep, nope, we're doing this. She's not gonna out you. So you've reached a large area where you see a bunch of other different shuttles with like different builds and different sort of aesthetic designs. She's just gonna settle into a spot and look at Zalara and Ingol and be like, anything else we can help you guys with? Oh no, we can take it from here. Thank you again. No problem. Stay safe and avoid the bears.
Yep.
That's the plan. The door opens and they get out and wave goodbye and, well, that was fun. Let's get back into the ship so I can go lock myself in the med bay for a couple of hours. I need a nap.
Yeah, you do.
Shuttle just lifts off the ground and you start heading back to where the Opal Star is, and you hear Spectra come over the comms. Back at the ship, ready to leave whenever you are. You know, we're on our way back. We just dropped him off. Are you waiting? Oh, how's y'all's second non-Federation planet?
Painful.
Full of a lot of nature.
It isn't even the weirdest thing we faced.
Yeah.
Now I'm dying.
No.
As you pull back around, you see Spectra's waiting by the ramp, and when she sees the shuttle pulling up, she nods, and Tali goes to park it back in where it goes in the ship. And once the docking is done, the door opens back up, and you're able to get into the ship, and she's like, well, Much as I love to stay and chat, I'll be in the med bay. And she just hobbles off. Imagine everyone's heading back into the ship, but I don't know who all needs to go to the med bay, but Tali definitely does.
I will probably also go.
I'm going.
Anima did get, like, a little damage, but I think she's mostly fine.
Anima's fine. She still has, like, more hit points and damage than, like, any of you. Hopeful.
Yeah.
I know that for sure, but based
I had
on your
15
reactions, I'm gonna say that.
I'm at 13, so
Tali's at
25
9.
still.
Party the med bay. Shots of medicine. Let's go.
As you're walking, Tali's gonna communicate to Spectra. We're good to leave, but we'll be in the med bay.
Yes, that.
And Spectra's just like, alright, let me know if you need anything.
Will do.
I'll wait until you're all up in the front before we jump. Much appreciated, Captain. And once you get to the med bay, Tali is going to be able to sort of treat all of you as well as treating herself. And just for story's sake, she bandages everyone up so you're no longer bleeding.
Hooray!
And since there's not going to be any other counter, you can go ahead and get your HP back to full. Like, you're still going to have some, like, bumps and bruises, but functionally, you're fine.
Yeah. We're generally functional.
Tali bandages her leg and pulls a crutch out of her closet, and she's like, I'm just gonna use this for a bit because, ow.
is our Belare friend still okay?
He's just been kind of standing there, using watching you. I think he's alright, and she's gonna ask him a question in Protean, and he's gonna give a short response. He's okay, still not super communicative. Hey, Vi, can you do the magic-y thing you did again?
Sure. The runes appear on Vi's skin. I just don't remember what.
I don't remember.
Is it medicine?
I think I had you do xenobiology just to see if you could get, like, the right kind of energy. Since you've done it before, give me a roll. And it's the DC is gonna be lower each time because you know what kind of energy to tap into.
Advantage on single attack roll, skill roll, or saving throw.
Let's make it a skill roll for. Let's keep it xenobiology. Keep it consistent, even though I completely BS'd how this even happens. Like I do most things.
14.
It works. The energy flows through you into him, and you see the swirl in the center, and like it gets a little brighter and starts swirling more energetically, and it starts to move some. And all the movements in the past have been kind of jerky. It seems to be moving much smoother now, and that's okay. Yeah. So you've heard his voice before, but you've never been able to understand it. And he says in very halting common, "Thank you."
Welcome. I'm glad you're doing better.
Oh, goody! He can do languages now. Don't worry, buddy. Once you're closer to your crucible, you'll be able to get back up to where you were and connect with your friends. Do you want to come with us? Shakes its head. Okay, you can hang in here. We're about to do a jump, but I'll come back and check on you afterwards. Okay? Nods. Right, let's. Everyone feeling better?
I am.
Okay. Let's get back up to the front so we can. I'm sure Spectra's ready to do the jump. The sooner we get to where we're going, the better. Also, we can dump the cargo the Alliance gave us and maybe pick and start getting up some other jobs. It's been a while. I wonder who else hiring right now. She's back to her prancing. She prances out the door. You guys all follow up to the helm. And you sit down and you strap in. If anyone wants to say or ask anything before the jump, you can go for it.
Oh, are we jumping directly to the Belare crucible now?
We're not quite in the place where we can do that, but we're going to jump closer. The trajectory is a little tricky. It's pretty far, but I know how to get there without it taking too long. You'll need another jump. One more after this.
We're gonna wait between jumps or go directly or jump immediately after?
We'll need to get to the next location. We don't accidentally jump through a planet or an asteroid belt. Sorry, I've already got the coordinates mapped out. Just need to do a quick check once we get to the location, make sure it's still a straight shot, and should only take another couple of days before we get there. Then we can unload, stay there for a day or two, then see how our friend's doing. And from there we can do whatever we want. All ready for the jump?
Yep. Ready.
Everyone all buckled in?
Yes. Buckled in.
And I'm guessing you're also buckled in? So, Spectra's going to count down. 3, 2, 1, and jump. Roll me a con save.
Everyone?
Yes. Because y'all still are not used to jumping.
Okay. 19.
Okay. Erda?
1 second. Looking to see because I have a thing. Just con, my cons are +2. There's a 14 +2, 16.
Okay, you're good. Anima, what was that?
A saving throw or just a roll?
Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
Okay, that's a 19.
Okay, y'all don't get sick that time. It's still disorientating. Get the feeling that some of the symptoms take a while before they go away, but you don't throw up this time. Just get kind of dizzy and disorientated. Looks like you're in a light tunnel for a couple of seconds, and then as you come out on the other side, it's just feel like this pressure's lifted off of you and just sort of shake your head for a second. Tali looks back and notices y'all look a little out of it, just like a little dazed, and says, "I'll take another couple of jumps before the disorientation wears off, but just give it a second, you'll be fine." Oh, this section's really pretty. The stars now look completely different from the way they did before the jump. And you don't know exactly how far you traveled, but you're in a different part of space, which is a thought that's taking some getting used to.
All right.
And Spectra is gonna type some things into the control. I'm like, alright. Well, shouldn't reach the next jump point for another 6 or 7 hours, assuming there's no other immediate distress calls we get, so everyone's free to do whatever they want. Rest up, eat up, have food ready in a couple of hours. And you look like you could use a little bit of rest after that. Yeah. Stop the bleeding. Yeah. I'll take a nap, Tali. I can do this. I can take care of this. And before Tali can respond, there is... Normally, ping is like a trilling noise coming from where Tai is sitting, which you assume to be the comms panel. Captain, we are receiving a hail from the Lucidity. Very well. Push them in. The screen in front of you, you see the face of Amatakai, but you didn't realize that the front window did that. And Spectra thought, "Met, friend, it's been a long time. Have you been? Been well, Spectra. Didn't realize you were back." Yes, things didn't go quite as planned, but doing pretty well. We've got new crew here. Everything alright? Yes, I just wanted to let you know there's probably going to be a core conclave sometime soon. Didn't know if you knew anything about that. No, I've been rather out of loop. I've only been back for a couple of days. Fair enough, I'll make sure you get patched in.
Alright.
Appreciate it. You working on anything in particular? Yes, actually, I've got a quick delivery to run for the Alliance, and then I guess I'll see what other jobs are available. I don't know, if anything interesting pops up, I'll send it your way. It's appreciated. To see you, friend. You as well. Blinks out, and you can kind of see in the distance there is another ship. And this ship has an interesting design to it. It's kind of shaped, you know how like scorpion tails curve?
Yeah.
It kind of looks like that. It's very rounded, but it's got that sort of curved look, and you see it just kind of pulling away off into the distance. And Spectra turns to Tai and says, "I need to go communicate with some people, see if there's anything else that I missed. Can you handle things from here?" "Sure thing, Spectra." Got it. She's gonna nod to the three of you. It's like, "Hey, in my quarters. Knock if you need me. I just need to send some messages, see if there's anything else going on that I need to know about."
I have a quick question for the DM. Did Spectra say what the captain's name was?
Elemius?
Oh, thank you.
Actually, not what I copy-pasted.
He said that there was a core conclave?
Yeah. Spectra's probably gonna sort of slip off into the back before you can really ask her anything. She's walking pretty fast, like she's got someone she needs to go talk to. But Tai is still up there.
Yeah.
And Tali's back in the med bay. What do y'all want to do?
I'll go check on the song release.
We'll go with to see if I can.
Alright, so are you going to the library, or are you going to do that?
Probably library.
Yeah, probably our library.
Okay, so you'll be walking right by the med bay as you go to the library, and hear Tali say, "Oh, core meeting, awesome. Been a while since we've been to one of those." And she has like a headset on, you can tell it sounds kind of like Spectra's voice coming over the earpiece that she's listening to, and she's like, "Okay, I'll make sure our colors are still clean and all that, and we need to get suits for the others. Okay, yeah, we can talk about that later. Alright, I'm gonna keep giving myself blood transfusion, because I lost a lot of it. If you walk by and look, she's just, like, sitting on a table with an IV in her arm, and, like, her jacket's draped over. She's just, like, kicking her feet back and forth, watching a video on the screen. Hey, guys.
Thing doing okay?
Yeah, just a transfusion. That's quite a lot of it. I was kind of feeling a little dizzy there for a second, but yeah, it'll be fine.
Good. Happy to hear it.
Tali, what's a core conclave? We were in the helm when the captain of a ship mentioned it, and then Spectra left right after. Is everything alright?
Yeah, wait, which captain was it? She didn't tell me.
She said it was Captain Galemius.
Oh, it's a cool one. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we never explained that, did we?
No.
We aren't the only ship that likes to kind of fly around doing odd jobs, helping the Alliance and helping other people. Just very carefully takes the IV out, badges in, like, yeah, maybe we can go into the mess. Wait, where were y'all headed?
We were headed to the library.
Okay, yeah, we can go talk in the library. Anima, are you with everyone else, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm tagging along.
Ollie's gonna grab, like, a little granola bar thing on her way out and start snacking on it. She's gonna sit down and be like, okay, so, like I was saying, we're not the only ship that flies around helping people, doing jobs for the Alliance and for other people. There's actually quite a few, and it's been kind of a thing that's been going around as long as the Alliance has been here. It's kind of become more official over the years. They kind of had a sort of core conclave form long before Spectra joined, though she's been there for a while. I think her dad might have helped with the forming of the core conclave. Core conclave was formed to help establish communication between the different people running around helping people. Kind of nicknamed the Pirate Corps. I don't know where I got that nickname, but I love it. Yeah, so while we do jobs for the Alliance, and some of us are a little more official, she has just a little bit of a smug grin, we aren't officially Alliance employees, per se. We get paid for the jobs that we do, and we get some of the benefits, and we do have the same respect, but we didn't start to... Yeah, it depends on the ship. But Spectra has been doing some of the stuff longer than she's had that Alliance code.
But all of the ships in the Conclave show some alliance towards the Federation, regardless of how official they are.
Towards the Alliance, not the Federation.
Yeah, towards the Alliance. Did I say Federation? Sorry.
Yes. Pretty much all of us are in good standing with the Alliance because we answer any distress calls from them. We'll sometimes help them transport stuff like we're doing right now. And yeah, we've earned the respect. We just help wherever we can, and we travel around a lot, and whenever a call goes out, we answer it.
Are there any ships that are sort of, whatever reason, working against the Alliance, or is that pretty fair?
Sometimes we have crop-ups of, like, actual pirates and people that want to do bad things. And there are some people who operate not necessarily by Alliance rules, but not all of those are bad people. Some are kind of shady, though. Careful with them, some deal in blackmail. There's not really any factions that are, like, openly against the Alliance, because I feel like most people realize that not having all species being in all that war is a good thing. There have been a lot of advancements, it's just there's some people who like to be very stringently doing their own things, and other people that like to help out and not always do the above-board things.
Okay.
The Alliance is not anywhere near as controlling. It does not try to be as controlling as the Federation is. And that's kind of how the Pirate Corps came to be. Maybe they'll come up with an official name for it, but until then, I'm calling it the Pirate Corps. I like that name. She snarfs down the rest of her granola bar.
Well, thanks for letting us know, Tali.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Promise I'm not trying to keep things from you. I just forget you don't know things.
We do firmly not know.
Yeah.
Always happy.
Oh, always welcome to ask us questions. I may not know everything, and Spectra may not know everything, but it's also the library. She just gestures around her.
True.
Speaking of, I haven't been able to check to see how my searches have gone. and trying to see if there's any more new information coming out about the Jaeger exploding, which there hasn't been a lot, and they're being really vague about it. Weren't you guys doing something too?
Yeah, I was going to check on Verida's song.
Yeah. Hang on, I see if any of my questions to my friends have gotten any answers. I doubt it, but maybe. You just put it on one forum? Did you put it on a bunch of places? How'd you do it?
Say I'd start with one at a time, see if it bleeds through, or if I need to put it on more, I will, but...
Maybe you, put some sort of tracker thing embedded in the song somehow, so you can sort of watch where all it's going.
Yeah.
And then also look at that chatter that's been around it.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna pretend like that's a thing you can do, because it sounds like something Violina would do, and it's also makes sense that it would be possible in the world.
Yeah, it's pretty generally like a virus, you know.
It's an earworm. Well, it would be more of an earworm if it was better quality.
Oh, that's such a good name for tracking a song by putting a virus in it. Calling it an earworm. Oh, that's perfect.
Yes. Alright, so you're checking to see what all's come up so far, because it's only been a couple of hours, I think.
Do I roll anything? Or...
There's been some responses. Nothing really says anything. It hasn't had a lot of time to spread, but there have been some different theories back and forth. Interestingly enough, Ferida's name has not come up yet, and it's only been on the Federation side. But, yeah, there are theories bouncing around that it's other people who are famous in the Federation, maybe someone snuck backstage and got a early access glimpse at the recording and now is trying to pirate it and blah blah blah, but
no one's
so what all is Violina looking for in particular?
Violina is looking for not really only people mentioning Ferida in relation to this, but also it's a virus. She kind of would also want to see if they're acting weird after hearing it.
I like it.
Yeah, because if this person was taking Ferida's stuff, Federation to the Alliance, it wouldn't necessarily be like, oh, that's Ferida's. They would probably try to do some checking into the song, but it wouldn't necessarily at all.
Aggressively asking, hey, where did you get this? And all that.
Yeah. Maybe.
I mean, that sounds like something that this person would maybe not.
Ferida knows anything about this person. Yeah, so far, there's not been a lot. Nothing that seems particularly strange about their reactions.
Okay.
There are quite a few comments about the fact that the song sounds terrible because it's a poor quality. Why would you ever listen to this garbage and kind of stuff? But there's some people hey, if this was an actually good recording, I might listen to this. It's gotta be someone famous. No one is guessing that it's Ferida.
Okay.
I whispered to Violina, I should definitely make a masked alias to release music in the Federation.
Maybe after seeing who's moving your stuff.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I'd explain why I found a Ferida and then be like, should I put song on a different forum as well, or should we just see how far this one goes?
Let's see where this goes, because maybe somebody else takes it and puts it on another forum.
Okay, alright.
I think the less influence we have on it, the better chance there is of the right people.
Okay, alright then. Just keep checking it.
You still have no idea where the mysterious person got her music from in the first place.
Correct.
Yeah.
But why have us do all the work when we can let strangers get curious?
And just have to be careful. It is the shadow net after all.
It is. That's why the less that we mess with it, the better. I think. That's just my opinion.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Let somebody else copy your post and post it somewhere else, and let somebody else copy them and post it somewhere else. And eventually, it might filter through to enough people that we catch whoever this is.
Okay.
That's a really smart plan. I'm also asking around, I swear I know someone that's connected to that company, but I don't remember who, why, or how.
What kinds of people do you know?
All kinds, actually. Especially since I started working with Spectra. We travel a lot.
That makes sense.
I'm guessing my mentor hasn't said anything. He's just doing his thing.
Well, I think the last thing he says, he's glad you're in good hands and that you're safe and that he's always careful. I don't know if you ever responded after that.
He didn't go off. Then I explained to him that it was from the Federation. The Federation blew up the ship.
Yeah, you explained all that. You haven't told him anything much about the Alliance side of things, other than the two people you were with weren't from the Federation.
Yeah.
And that's when he said, well, I'm glad you're in good hands.
Okay. Just because they're outside the Federation doesn't automatically mean that they're good, but they seem good so far in this case.
Are you giving any other details about stuff?
I would probably give him detail. I'm not sure I'd want to say names right now, just worst case scenario, but I would probably explain that the package turned out to be a energy-based life form that resides in a suit, but looked at first like it was a robot. So I think that's how they were getting it through the Federation to this outpost. And I'd probably give him the outpost name. So probably would explain that I'm with two other people from the Federation, and then there's two people outside the Federation. So the people outside the Federation brought their own ship. We all went on it, and they cooked the ship. We were able to see what happened next. The larger ship, no real markers, took the cargo from the Jaeger. Once they had the cargo, they blew the ship up and flew away.
I don't think he's on right now, but yeah, actually, no. Let's have him be on right now. So he's on, he gets that, and he responds, very strange indeed. Not the strangest I've heard on this side of things. Very, very glad you had friends there to help you. I'm guessing you're not here anymore.
No, I'm not in the Federation. I don't know when I'll be coming back, if I'll be coming back, but see how it goes.
I wouldn't blame you if you didn't. Not the best place for people that look like us.
Oh, but it's also not the best place for a lot of people, anyway. We'll see how it goes, but I'm glad you're also doing all right.
Same as always. Surviving the only way I know how to.
You haven't heard any more out.
No, nothing more yet. I'll keep my ear out, and if there's anything else you want me to look for, let me know. I've got a few tricks I didn't teach you.
Isn't that how it always goes? There is one sort of side project. Happened was the package was sent to this one far outpost, and a couple of thieves took it right before we got there. And they put it on a shuttle that came from outside of Federation space. It was made outside the Federation. And was taken to this abandoned area, but the thieves ran away. I actually have a photo of the shuttle and thieves, in case you would want to take a look at that. I just want to know if we're completely being betrayed by the Federation, or there was another group wanting to get their hands on it. The being.
Send me the picture. I'll see what I can find and let you know.
Alright, send it to him.
I have to log off now, but you stay safe out there, alright?
Alright, I will. You do the same.
Oh, where's the fun in that? Logs off.
Okay.
I'm making him a bit of a shit, aren't I? That's fine.
I mean, he kind of is. So...
Yeah, I figured with what you told me that would fit well with him. We can talk later about if we want to develop more aspects of his character, but yeah. Erda, Anima, anything y'all want to do?
I don't have anything new.
Just maybe work on another song, or go to the training room and take out some aggression, or just do more research on stuff.
I'm still sending the bear off on its merry way.
I feel like, considering you're probably a couple light years away, I don't know if that'll still...
I don't think you can do that.
I have no idea.
I feel like once you left the atmosphere, it kind of stopped working.
Oh, it just says 8 hours.
You're gonna kill that bear. It's gonna die of a heart attack.
Yeah.
It'll stop eventually.
It's gonna run off a cliff or something.
Yes. We're going to run that bear to death. How do you feel about that? Like, Anima's probably horrified if she realized that.
It probably won't die because it will. The moment that it starts taking any damage, I'll lose control.
You just feel like a snap, and it's like you lost control, and it's because the bear ran into a tree.
There you go.
It got up a lot of speed and then ran into a tree.
Nice and far
Oh.
away.
I hope it's far away from where the ship is now.
Yeah, very far away. You've easily traveled a couple light years at least.
Yes.
Got some feelers out, looking to see what you can figure out about all the mysteries you have. You've learned a little bit more about Spectra and what she and Tali do, and you've learned about a new friend of theirs that you might meet eventually whenever scheduling works out. Emma, anything you want to do?
No.
Maybe mess around in the kitchen, try out some of the new, see if you have stuff to try out some of the recipes you found.
Yeah, try out the recipe. Mess around.
Emma's just gonna mess around with recipes, and once it gets closer to time to start cooking, Tali might come in and start helping, and you chit-chat about food and recipes and cooking and all that fun stuff. Aboard the Opal Star is an Esper Genesis 5e actual play podcast DM'd and produced by Brianna Toiber as part of Pseudonym Social, a creative podcast network.
I'm Casey, and I'm playing Anima the Ashen Forged.
Victor, and I'm playing Farida the Promethean.
My name's Alexis, and I am playing Vilena Sorel, the Eldori.
Music is by Patrick Chester of Chester Studios. To see more of his work, visit his website at chesterstudios.net. Find out more about Pseudonym Social by visiting our website at pseudonymsocial.wordpress.com. If you like what we're doing and would like to support us, please consider leaving a review or donating to our Patreon at patreon.com/pseudonymsocial.
Hey everybody, you want a new D&D 5th edition podcast to listen to? Well, I know I'm always looking for one, so guess what? I've got a recommendation for you. It's called Cheaper by the Dungeon. It's a Dungeons & Dragons campaign following the adventures of Zippy, Darian, and Normandy as they travel to become the greatest treasure hunters of all time. We've got some hardcore action.
That's
5,
18 damage, 18 damage,
4,
18 damage.
3, you come through with an 18 damage, you're swinging a
Another
buster
swing,
sword.
another swing, that's another 7, it's 17 damage.
2,
17 damage,
17 damage! Comedy? Great. So you want to bet on your friends? What do you want to bet?
Their very lives, I think. As high as it goes. I'm ready to win.
Okay. And even some dramatic moments.
You have chosen the path you've sown. Now travel to the depths alone. And with Royce, I grab him and I throw him over the edge.
But most of all, this show is filled to the brim with heart. And we hope that you come and join our adventure and become a cheapskate yourself. You can catch Cheaper by the Dungeon anywhere you get your podcasts. Check us out. Love you!
Alright, yeah, we did it.
More treasure! I gotta find it. It's mine.
Darian, Zippy, that was so good. Wow, I'm amazed.
Yeah.